a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
And we welcome you into today's broadcast here on Banzoli Sports Network and the Cranston West Falcons against the South Kingstown Rebels in boys lacrosse action from the nest here at Cranston West. Matt Gillis on the broadcast with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are ready to get started. SK in the blue, West in the white and red, and we are underway here in the first quarter. For 12-minute quarters, In high school boys lacrosse, SK will pick up the ball to start, and it's the 22 of Declan Freet. He sets that for the one of Zachary Brunel. Or my apologies, it's Brunelli. And the Rebels get things started on offense. Brunelli inside. Brunelli shot that one way long. Rebels ball on the backside line. Brunelli continues to work this one around. Trying to look for inside, nowhere for him to go. We'll send it across for the 9 of Nolan Quirk. Quirk dives that one down on the turf, out of bounds. Still SK ball. Yeah, it looks like a West player has an untied shoe. They're going to stop that. Give him a chance to fix that. That'll be SK ball from the corner. It's the 18 of Hampton Hubbard. They sent that around with Bradford Wallen in the 6. Brunelli once again. This ball popped back for Freet. And it will be taken away by West. Kyle Schmitz working it up for the Falcons. Turned that one through. And an errant throw over top of the crossbar. Puts the ball back to the Rebels. Michael Ayalo. Turnover for Jaden Bogle. Bogle underneath Jack Major. Major picks that one up backhanded, and it hit the post. And a whistle and a stoppage of play, and a timeout called by South Kingstown. Their first timeout of the first half. 9:30 left to go. You're watching Rhode Island High School Boys Lacrosse on Fanzoli Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this. Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, dip, hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip. I could eat. Slice right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
9:30 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. On this beautiful, clear sky, sunny day. Around about 62 degrees. It is not a nice day for the baseball field. It got dumped on last night. We started here by Brunelli. Brunelli on the run for the Rebels as he sends that one off. Ice and knee will settle. Nice and neat, pretty legit hockey player along to being a lacrosse player. Called his name a number of times during the season, and a check called. It's not a goal, and it will actually be going to be Cranston West ball. So disallow Bradford Wallen's steal there, and the Falcons will have the ball to start. (22) Paul DeBallsy. He works out for Jared Bogle. Justin Drowan. For the 4 of Major. Major trying to see if he can get that one around. Got it to McGuire. Charlie McGuire inside, and that one went right off of the back side of Ben White. Ben White for the Rebels. There's that one for the 18 of Hampton Hubbard. Hubbard from X. And out of play for a Falcons ball to be started by Schmitz. McGuire. As he works that one into the offensive zone. Major underneath from X as he wrapped that one around for Drowan. Dropped ball picked back up by Major inside Drowan. McGuire spin shot score. Charlie McGuire pops the first one home. Falcons have the lead 1-0. So it sends a 20 of Jonathan Hand as he goes to the circle against Mason Stevenson. 7 left to go here in the first quarter. Stevenson in the fight for it, tries to get a little flick back. And it'll end up getting picked up. Stevenson came back to knock that one out. And it is picked up by Drowan finally. Full control by the Falcons. Major as he worked that one around. Jaden Bogle opposite side comes for Drowan as he received that from Jared Bogle. Charlie McGuire for Major. Will slip on the turf. Falcons want to try to cut this one inside. McGuire goes for a cut run. DeBallsy from distance! Paul DeBallsy! 2-0 Falcons. This is a little bit of a different start. Falcons coming out firing here in the opening stage of the first quarter. Loose ball, kicked out, still loose. And will now finally still loose, and will finally get picked up by hand for SK. They still have not gotten it across midfield. Flag is going to fly now as he goes by and again, and another flag flies. And it's going to be two separate penalties on the Falcons. They're going to call the 5 of Mason Stevenson, 1 minute per slash, and the 19 of Justin Drowan, 1 minute per slash. Falcons are going to be down 2. So 2-man advantage for SK. As that one's out of play. Comes back up top for knee. Brunelli. Nice knee. Bounced that one, and it's long. Good position on the back side as he fires another one. Brunelli got it and scores. So SK gets one on the board. And 2-1. Hawkins burned the penalties off. Now back to even strength. Tom Scubuli tried to grab for one there, couldn't get it. Stevenson tries to come back as he was looking to dispossess that one from Freet. Schmitz got run right into and has the ball taken away from him. Tic-tac-toe play here for the Rebels. And they will whistle at the play dead as there is a SK player is down on the field. Nolan Quirk right off the post. Brennan Kroll in there trying to get the attempt for the Rebels. Out of bounds will make it West ball. Good sweep from Drowan. Picked up instead by Mike Aiello. And Aiello works that one for Wallen. Out of play. Three and a half left to go here in the first. Aiden Murray for McGuire. Brunelli. Up over top of the net. The attempt from the 8 of Brennan Kroll. Out of bounds called. And they give it to SK, saying that the West player was out of bounds before the push. Garrett Kerwin. He sends that long. All the way back up top for Brunelli. For knee. Knee trying to work around Scavulli. No attempt there. One, two, three, and a shot fired by Kroll. Goes long. Final 2 left to go here in the first quarter. A flag is going to fly. This is going to be on Cranston West. As it comes back to Brunelli. SK will look for a quality shot. That one from down under and up by Kroll. And a save made by Naifa. And it's the 35 of Anthony Carbone, 1 minute for slashing. With a minute 44 left to play here in the first. Knee. Brunelli. Trying to go upstairs, was Wallen right on the doorstep, and it goes long. Deflected off of the stick and the helmet of Sam Naifa, and net for the Falcons. Shot score. Brunelli from distance again, and 2-2. Final minute here of the first quarter. Stevenson lost a handle on the ball right in front of the SK bench. Comes back to pick it up. And Rebels ball. Blake Riley. Shot and a score. From the E to Brennan Kroll. Timeout called by Cranston West. 48 seconds left until the end of the first quarter. SK's flipped this one for 3-2. 3-2 inside of the final minute to play here in this first quarter. The South Kingstown Rebels leading the Cranston West Falcons. We face off at center after the Brennan Kroll goal. Pulled out by Stevenson. Skibuli had it. Miscommunication on the pass. Chitelli had it at the line. SK ball. Holding for the last shot here as they ran a cut play with Quirk. On the deck and the side of the net went the attempt from Kroll. And a whistle with 1 second left. We're going to have a conversation over this one. It's going to be Rebels ball from the back line. Fires it long, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-2 after 1 quarter. You're watching Rhode Island High School Boys Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Set for second quarter action. As the Rebels lead 3-2 over the Falcons. Faceoff will be won by Stevenson. He'll race that into the offensive zone for the Falcons. Now Jaden Bogle for Charlie McGuire. Back for the Ballsy. Ballsy cuts inside. McGuire shot, score! Charlie McGuire for honors even at 3. Time won by the Rebels. Well, the 21 of Garrett Kerwin, and then he got yard sailed and quickly right down in a score. Back to where we started the quarter in a 1-goal lead for the Rebels, this time at 4-3. Holding called on SK. So Schiavulli starts that one to the Ballsy. A wraparound play, Bogle for McGuire. McGuire from up top. Scored on the last play from this position. Does it again! Charlie McGuire literally running a replay of his last goal, scores again for all. Scooped up by hand for SK as they try to go inside. Naifa is gonna pull that one into the circle craftfully. Falcons will go back to work. Carbone. McGuire goes off of him. Gonna run from Charlie McGuire as he gets it down in the lower third and the offense can get set. Falcons have not had a lead in this game. They've either been tied or trailed by one. McGuire will scoop that one back up, gets pushed down, flag flies. Falcons can continue on with this one offensively. They'll get an advantage. And an almost opportunity there. That was stopped right in front. Ground ball still going on. Still a loose ball. No one's had full control over it. Now it's picked up by SK and we'll finally get the penalty call. It's going to be a technical 30 seconds per push. And it's on the 21 of Garrett Kerwin. So Falcons get the advantage for 30 seconds. No time necessary. DeBallsy to Bogle for the score. Five, 4 Falcons, first time in this game they've had a lead. We seesawed our way through the start of this game. And a true lead for the Falcons at 5-4. Six is Wallen. As Wallen works that. Give it back up top. For Brunelli. Cross for Hand. Wallen. Brunelli off the edge of his stick. Loose ball as it kicks around, and it'll be picked back up by Hand. Flicks that one down inside. It was the 18 of Hampton Hubbard. Good defense from Carbone on the back line there as he pushes further back Hubbard. Makes it difficult. This one's going to get all the way across the midline. Falcons are going to be able to pick this one up, and the Falcons will have a little bit of a numbers game. McGuire. Ballsy. Back from McGuire up top. To Ballsy. McGuire once again. They're going to switch this one down. Now McGuire is going to cut back inside. To Ballsy thinking about pulling the trigger from distance. Does. Ball flips out. Loose ball on the ground. Will be swept up by everyone and picked up by the Falcons finally. Slash not called. Behind the back from Drowan goes long. Bogle. Jeroen in the corner. For the ballsy once again. Little stutter step from the ballsy, pulls the trigger. That one hit traffic. And right in to the net of the keeper, Sean McGregor. Over top and long. Stays with the Rebels. 5.5 left to go here in the first half. Brunelli. Brunelli as he wraps that one around from X. Came back up top. On the doorstep, Knifa blocked it. The attempt from Nolan Quirk. And a deflected pass attempt. Stays with the Falcons. We'll set this offensively. McGuire. Wallen. Bogle had that one knocked out of his stick. Push play on the sideline. They're just going to call out of bounds. And they're going to call Carbone for the push. Four minutes left to go here in the first half. 5-4 for the Falcons. Kroll. That one's long. Carbone for Knifa. Sent that one underneath the stick of DeBallsy. And timeout called by the Falcons after it got picked up smartly at midfield by Jack Major. 3:35 left to go in the half. 5-4 Falcons.
Really good students come to Salve, but they leave, just ready to change the world.
I love Salve so much, and I love the connections that I've made. You're more than just a number, you're a name at Salve.
The 4 years have flown by so quickly. I think it's been a really great experience.
It's probably a cliche to say that Salve is a family, but it's a very, very true thing to say here.
They encourage you to just be yourself and not follow the crowd. Like if you're a person who does not want to follow the herd, you have all the resources you need to shape the person that you want to be.
People are extremely supportive of each other and very supportive of the students. The students always come first.
A lot of the experiences you get at Salve are experiences that you can't get anywhere else because of it being such a tight-knit community.
Yes, it's a small school, but it's also like the desire to be a part of something great.
And then you put it all on this campus, right? Like you get to have these conversations in buildings.
5-4 3.5 left to go here in the first half. Falcons called timeout after picking up the offensive possession on the loose ball. The Falcons offense will trot out onto the field. Back underway here. To Ballsy. Drowan. For McGuire on the outside corner. McGuire cuts that one back up top. Drowan and then back to McGuire. To Ballsy. Trying to go for inside, was looking for either Bogle or McGuire. Drowan raced it to the corner, was able to pick it up, cutting right across, and a save made. The jump opportunity there. Jack Major picks this one up. Flag flies. Falcons are going to get an advantage here. As Major gets that one off to Drowan. Drowan continues to carry this one around, dumps it inside for McGuire. McGuire dumped right back. Was looking for either Bogle or Drowan, and now we're finally going to get the whistle, the stoppage of play. And the penalty call assessed. It's going to be on Garrett Kerwin again. And Kerwin 1 minute for slashing. The Falcons with the 1 minute advantage with 2 left to play here in the half. McGuire and Major. McGuire thought about pulling the trigger. Major thought about it. DeBallsy does, and it goes long. Back for McGuire. Major. DeBallsy. McGuire will pull the trigger! Charlie McGuire rips rope for 6-4. And a 2-goal lead for the Falcons for the first time today. Picked up by Stevenson. Push from behind, no call. Flag flies now. Little late flag from the referee there. That one scoots past Major, and timeout called by SK. 1:20 left to go, and the advantage coming up. 6-4 Falcons. 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 6-4 Fal
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
6-4 Falcons, minute 20 left to go here in the first half, and the Falcons are going to get an advantage. A 1-minute advantage after the penalty assessed to Declan Freight for slashing. A few clouds starting to wisp their way in to the Cranston area. One of them has decided to cover the sun and now made everything here be in the shade. The final minute to play here in this first half. Major to Ballsy. Back to Major. Major holds to Ballsy again. McGuire cut inside, looking for McGuire on the back door. Can't get to him. 45 seconds left to go here in the half. Jack Major thinking about pulling the trigger. Falcons have not taken a shot yet here in this penalty. They finally do now as McGuire sends one and it goes out. Penalty is released. 26 seconds left to go. To Ballsy. Even strength. Major gets bumped. Sends that one for McGuire in the final 10 seconds. McGuire gets pushed from behind and stepped over. Six seconds for the Falcons. Inside from Bogle, just wide, and that'll take us to the half. Falcons trying to pull a big one off, 6-4 at the half.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
Do not blink, do not adjust your TV screens. That is correct. That is the 1-7 Cranston West Falcons. 6-4 right now over the 5-2 South Kingstown Rebels as the sun has come back out. And a false start on the faceoff to start the third quarter of play. We'll give the ball to the Falcons. Paul DeBallsy will work this forward. Falcons looking to upset a currently sitting number 3 team on the standings in Division 2. Bogle works that one underneath. Major from X. Major got it! 3-goal lead for the Falcons at 7-4. Jack Major adds his name to the goal scoring sheet. $11 and change left to go here in the third. And another false start on the face-off. Scubuli will pick this one up for the Falcons. South Kingstown looking like the Boston Bruins right now. Mistakes all over the place. Major, dump that one underneath, flags fly. Drowan will pick that one up. Drowan cuts inside, drops it off for McGuire! From way downtown. Double up for 8-4, and the penalty. There are flags on both sides of the field. I think we're still going to get a call. They are going to give the call. Jake Stewart, the 16 for SK, 1 minute for slashing. And the Falcons up to an 8-4 lead as Stevenson scoops that one up for Drowan. Charlie McGuire. Bogle for DeBalzi on the opposite side. Back for Bogle once again. DeBalzi as Bogle cuts inside. Major for McGuire. McGuire bounces one. That one goes long. Will be SK ball this time. Long distance clear for the Rebels. Stuck on the outside line is Quirk. Nolan Quirk tries to go inside to Ballsy, marking all over Quirk. I'll pass that one off for Wallen. Brunelli. Underneath as the 18 of Hampton Hubbard. Trying to go through the middle there is Brennan Kroll. Nowhere for him to go. Naipa trying to scoop at it. DeBalzi is going to come up with it. And DeBalzi has it for the Falcons and off for a run on the far sideline. Jack Major from underneath. Just off the edge of the stick of Bogle, chased into the back half by McGuire. Charlie McGuire comes around. McGuire fires, kicks, save. Bogle will chase that one out to the line. DeBalzi. Little stutter step from DeBalzi as he rolls off of Nolan Quirk. Charlie McGuire. McGuire pushes inside. Dropped one for Major. Major push from behind. Arm goes up. And the push will get called. So Major will get this one back. Drowan. To Ballsy. Loose ball. Kick to the out line. Drowan smartly let it go. And stays with the Falcons. Bogle to Ballsy. Thought about pulling the trigger out a little bit. Too much traffic in front of him. That one almost snuck through the black line. Trying to go long, clear, fast break. for the Rebels and out of play. Bogle forward. Looking to get that on the stick of Nolan Forts. Knifa makes the save. Popped up right in front. Carbone kicks that one to the sideline. Good little flick back from Carbone. Allows for Matt DeFusco to get his stick into it, and DeFusco getting pushed all over the place. Stepped out of bounds, no call on the push, which we thought we should have seen. Instead, it's the 18 of Hubbard for Kroll. Flag flew, ball free, and now we're going to get the whistle and the stoppage of play. And DeFusco called 1 minute for cross-checking. Skirvuli in a battle on the back line. And a save made by Knifa. Gets it out for Rocchio. Carbone. Forward for Schmitz. Kyle Schmitz still fighting for it, so too is Bogle. Bogle got checked hard. And that's contact to the head, should be called. They just give him the garden variety start. The ballsy. Four and change left to go here in the third. Falcons carrying largest lead of the game at 8-4. DeBallsy comes inside, scores. And this game's starting to look more and more. There's going to be some interesting discussions to be had. South Kingstown's 5-2 record coming into this game in very big jeopardy. They beat West 11-6 back at the beginning of the season on April 5th. They've had wins 13-5 over Charahoe, 8-4 over Prout, 19-7 over Coventry, 13-8 over Charahoe. Their only two losses on the season, 7-8 to Cumberland and 16-4 to Middletown. Both of them are very top-notch lacrosse programs. We saw the Cumberland Clippers here. The shot and a score comes from the 6 of Bradford Wallen. Still a 4-goal lead at 9-5. And they're going to call a 2-minute locked-in cross-check to the head on Domskivuli. Timeout called by Cranston West. 9-5, 4 minutes left to go here in the third.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
4 minutes left to go here in the third in a very big 2-minute segment for the Falcons. A 2-minute locked-in penalty assessed to Skiboli. Brunelli. And a shot and a score. And it will not release the penalty because it's locked in. The cross version of a major penalty. And 9-6. 2 straight goals now by the Rebels. False start, Blue. DeBallsy will start this one. Ballsy underneath as he continues to get pushed. Goes for Major. Jack Major cuts inside, and the bounce for Bogle. And a timeout called by South Kingstown.
Want to close your home purchase or refinance faster? Contact me, David Delbonis, at 401-487-7379, President Precision Home Lending. Trust the experts and we'll make your loan experience amazing.
.249 left to play here in the third. 9-6 and still penalty time. Falcons need to try to burn off. They've allowed one goal in. .50 seconds of power play time remaining. The Rebels bring this one through, loose ball. Brunelli lost it out of the line. No, they say no, it didn't go out. Picked back up by the Rebels in front of the West bench. Hubbard. Knee. Cuts inside and the bounce shot and a score. It's the 6 of Wallen and 9-7. Back by the Rebels again. Scavulli out of the box, back to even strength. Rebels got 2 goals on that locked-in penalty. Collision in front takes the ball out as everyone continues to still fight for it. Kicked all the way back. Finally will be picked up by Brunelli. Loose ball to the outside. Wallen. Knee. Final minute to go here in the third. Brunelli. Inside play for the Rebels. Nowhere to spin off, and it gets taken away. Turnover right back at center. Scavulli comes up, and there's 2 flags flying. And I think we're going to get another 2-minute locked-in penalty called. There's a 2-5 of Derek Rocchio and a 2-minute locked-in penalty again for contact to the head, this time by him. And they're just going to run this to the end of the quarter. And that'll be the end of the third. Two-goal lead, 9-7. Final 12 minutes to come.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no.
Final 12 minutes of play. Falcons trying to hold on. A 9-7 lead over the third place 5-2 SK Rebels. And they'll start it on the advantage. A second 2-minute locked-in penalty called. And I'll be chased by Carbone. I'll call SK ball. Almost intercepted. Kroll. Back up top for knee. Shot score from Nolan Quirk. 3 goals on locked-in advantages. And this game has gone from a 5-goal Falcons lead down to 1 at 9-8. They switched Rocchio with the 17 of Caden Bruno in the box. Schmitz kicks that one back for Schivoli. Bumped from behind twice. Schivoli flicks it up, and it goes right into the stick. Big save by Naifa on the shot from Kroll. Knife. Loose ball. Scivoli comes back to pick it up. Will fling it all the way down. Free ball popped up, caught by Bogle. For Major, for DeBallsy. Falcons can set this one up. Pushed all the way into the backside line is DeBallsy. Flag flies. Major is going to pick this one up. He'll carry around. McGuire. McGuire, a little spin move. Looking for space. Loose ball still as it kicks all the way back. McGuire is going to come back to get this one. But that one might sneak outside the line. It will. We'll get the whistle, the stoppage of play. And a flag. And 11 blue. 1 minute for slashing is the call, and that's Michael Aiello. Charlie McGuire for Jack Major. Ball to Ballsy. No one at X right now for the Falcons. That one was fired right up into the chest of the SK keeper. And timeout called by the referees. I think they want to check on Sean McGregor. Make sure he's okay. .23 left to go here in regulation. Good move by Scavulli there as he tried to make a defensive play. Ben White. Owen Quirk inside. And 2 flags are going to fly. Actually, 3 flags now, and we're going to get a lot of calls. It's going to be the 6 of Bradford Wallen. And the 13 of Matt DeFusco. 1 minute for slashing each. There'll be no advantage either way. McGuire will get this ball from center. Major. Bogle. McGuire. Inside, Drowan had it. And then dumped one over for Major. Loose ball. Will get picked up by Jack Major. Justin Drowan. Bogle, and that one ends up in the SK keeper's net. McGregor carries this one out to midfield and a turn for SK now here on offense. 7.5 left to go. Bottled up and trying to sneak his way through with a backward shot from Brennan Kroll. Hit the post. They say Falcons ball as McGuire will get it started. Knifa. Long distance throw for Schmitz. Kyle Schmitz coming inside right off the knee. Schmitz puts it back up again. Bounce shot. That goes wide. Stays with the Falcons. Bogle to Ballsy. To Ballsy, a little stutter step from him. Comes inside, pulls the trigger. That one blocked. And SK headed the other way. Trying to spin off was Kroll. Blake Riley. That one bounced long, and Knifa trying to run for it on the back line won't get there. Six left to go here in regulation. Rebels still chasing the game down by 1. Nice knee after he got it from Bradford Wallen. Connor Driscoll. Driscoll inside, bounce shot wide. Knife barreling for the back line. That's a loose ball back to the backside. Across the line at midfield. Major hit from behind. Shot scores! He got it off! Major got it to Bogle as he spun off the hit. And it's 10-8 Falcons. Five and change. Stevenson at the center. Stevenson gets the pickup. Stevenson went all the way into the backfield to Knifa. Not sure what the Falcons were trying to run there. And that one will go past the outstretched stick of the 18 of Hubbard, and it'll be Falcons ball. Loose ball, turnover right in front, shot score. Bradford Wallen to bring it to 10-9. Every time they do that progressive play out of the backfield, they get burned for it. I don't know why, stop doing it then. Stevenson in hand. False start. And it'll be Falcons ball. Scubuli to DeBallsy. Timeout called by West. 4.5 left to go. 10-9.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell.
4.5. And a 1-goal game at 10-9. After the timeout called by Cranston West. Bogle from DeBallsy. Bogle holding, and will probably hold for as long as he can. Bogle cuts inside. 3 jerseys on him. Finally sends that one down into the corner. X play from Jack Major. Charlie McGuire. Drowan up top. Send it down to Ballsy, back to Drowan. Major. Got hit. Ball popped free. Everyone will fight for it on the line. And it'll get picked up by SK. Settled here by the 8 of Brennan Kroll. Back for the 9 of Nolan Quirk. As Quirk will work that top line with ice and knee. Knee against McGuire. Over for Kroll. Kroll fires, scores. Tie game. Falcons led at one point by 5. This game has been whittled all the way out, and we're 10-all. And 2 2-minute locked-in penalties for contact to the head caused a lot of issue for the Falcons. 3 goals scored by the Rebels during the 4 minutes of penalty time. Stevenson in a dogfight there in the circle. And they're going to call procedure on Stevenson. Say he played with the free hand. 2:22. They wanted offsides called. Falcons fans wanted offsides called. No call from the referees. Ice and knee. Taking his time inside of 2 now. Knee, stutter steps. Sends that one down to X. It's the 18 of Hampton. Hampton Hubbard from X. Top to the 3 of Derek Cook. Nice and knee again. Instead of a minute and a half. That one's off the side of the net, and they're going to say, we'll stay with SK. And a timeout called by the Rebels. $1:15 to go.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
Minute 15 left to go here in regulation. Game that saw the Falcons lead by 5 at one point has now all of a sudden come back to honors even at 10. SK ball. Knee. Ice and knee works that one around up top. Final minute to play here in regulation. Knee looking to pull the trigger. Nowhere for him to go. Cuts inside, shot, score from the 8 of Brennan Kroll. 11-10 Rebels, 50 seconds left to go. Absolutely a lot of things to be talked about and a lot of questions to be answered after a game like this from all sides. It's down to Stevenson versus Hand. Stevenson gets the flick back. McGuire can't get the pickup. Loose ball. Still loose. Finally picked up by DeBalzi. Falcons have to be wary of and aware of time. Major. 25 seconds. McGuire up top. They've got to make sure that they keep their eye on the clock. McGuire inside. Turn. Shot came. And DeBallsy got hit right as he was trying to shoot. Drowan, 10 seconds. Open for Bogle. Bogle scores! Jaden Bogle, the notcher, for 11-all with 5 seconds left. What else can this game have in it? That'll be regulation. And we'll go to overtime. 11-all. After Jaden Bogle hits one with 5 seconds left. Three-minute sudden death overtime. Awaits both of these sides, a game that is seesawed all the way through since the opening draw. It's sudden death. Fours? Oh, hey, girls must play 3 then. Girls play 3, so I thought it was same. So check that. It's actually a 4-minute overtime. No, they play 3 minutes in the girls' game the other night. So 4-minute overtimes here in the boys' game. Sudden death wins the game. And they want them to switch sides. It'll be Falcons to the left side. Rebels on the right. Stevenson and Hand in the circle. Stevenson gets the pickup. Marcus Stevenson will carry this one along the sideline. For Justin Drowan, Falcons protecting the ball is everything here. One shot could end this game. Bogle. DeBallsy. For Bogle. Jared Bogle, Jaden Bogle working together up top. Charlie McGuire ran a cut route inside. Back for DeBallsy. DeBallsy tries to cut inside. DeBallsy winds, fires. That one hit traffic. It'll bounce all the way back out. Run of play here for the Rebels now. Dumped down in front, shot score. No, they waved it off. Creasing, Falcons ball. The Rebels team, the entire Rebels bench is on the field. The entire Rebels bench was on the field. The referee immediately coming in, waving it off and yelling creasing. Schmitz. That's contact to the head, not called by the referee. Schmitz gets that one forward. Picked up by McGuire. McGuire pushed down from behind. They're going to call that. And McGuire will get the restart. Charlie McGuire, 2:20 left to play here in the first overtime. Jack Major. Major looking for a wraparound. Major pulls the trigger, bounced right off of the crossbar, comes right back up, pops out for McGuire. McGuire overran it for a second. Timeout called by the Rebels. Two even. SK coaches having a chirp at the referees, saying you positive. He says in the crease. Not going to get a call to come all the way back a minute after it happened. $11-all. After this game found itself tied with 5 seconds left on a goal from Jaden Bogle. Going to be SK ball. The 17 of ice and knee to start. SK brings this one in. Full run play, shot, score, good goal this time. Derek Cook will get the goal and the Rebels win. There's a flag on the field. Are you kidding me? There is a flag on the field. Don't think it's going to matter. The goal is going to be good. The flag is going to not matter. And the game is going to be over. Two teams will go across at midfield and shake hands. And that'll end this one. 12-11 South Kingstown in overtime. And the Rebels will go to 6-2 on the season. Falcons will drop to 1-8. That'll do it for us here on Pennzoil Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.